Okay, so this video is going to be about making contour lines from your bathymetry raster data. So it will create shapefiles, which will just be shapefiles made up of the contour lines. So I'll be using the Capri Arc 25 meter grid that if you used before to calculate slope, you might notice if you continue to make contours without this video, you'll see there's a bit of an error. So what this tutorial will also be about is sort of what to do if you find a problem that you don't really understand, and one way of trying to solve it. This won't fix every problem, but I'll just show you. It's basically the way in which you can export data and then re-import it in, and then try to use the tool again and see if it works, and in this case it does. So I'll show you the error, and I'll do that by quickly just calculating contour lines. So I just typed in contour into the search engine before and just got this. So I can use 3D Analyst or Spatial Analyst. I'll use 3D Analyst in this case. So our input raster is just the Capri Arc bathymetry data. Our output polyline is going to be anywhere we want to save it that we can just retrieve it. So I put it in my usual place, and it's next to the slope folder. We're going to put a new folder called contours, because you might want to make multiple contours in the way you might make different slope maps. So we'll just call it contour, we'll call it Capri contour 5 meter. You don't need to bother with any file extension, it will automatically put that on. So if you see at the end there, it's already put the shapefile extension on. The contour interval basically is the interval in terms of the different contours you'll have, so whether it's 5 meter interval or 10 meter. In this case it will be 5 meter. The way it knows the 5 meters is that it's just 5 of whatever unit your bathymetry is in this case it is meters. So we just put 5 and then we know it's 5 meters. The base contour we'll just leave at 0. I'll go into this in more detail, and the Z factor or leave it 0, but this is just to quickly show you what error occurs. So you'll see there you get this error in executing expression. Usually you can just click on that error and it will give you some information about it. This just doesn't seem to function well, so I can't give you much more information than that, unfortunately. So I'll just cancel and close that, and then I'll just cancel out of this contour tool, and then I'll show you what I normally do if I come up with a problem like that that isn't easily understandable. So what I do is I'm going to just export this raster grid. I'll just show you the first thing that I checked is I went to properties, so I right clicked and went down to properties, looked in the source, and then I just had a look at all the things that could be wrong. So I just noted that it is a grid, it's floating point, so everything should be fine there, and just noted most of the parameters, because when I'm exporting it I wanted to make sure that the parameters are exactly the same. So you can see there the cell size. This is in degrees, in decimal degrees, which relates to 25 meters. So we'll see that when we're exporting it, but it's just something to remember. So we just cancel out of that, and I go back to the Capri Arc, and I right click, go down to data, and then export data here. Just one click, a left click, and here you just want to check that you're using the original raster dataset as the extent. That's fine. It just means how wide an area you want to create this new raster. So that's fine. You just want it the original, and you want the original spatial reference, which means the original coordinate system. So that's fine. We don't need to tick any of these. Just check that the cell size is correct. That's exactly the same, so we're fine. We can leave the node data as blank, and then we need to find out where to put it. So this location is the folder, so it works a bit differently to the way that the other ARC tools work, where you just enter everything into this one box. You have to enter the folder and then the name here. So we'll just go to our folder, which I've already navigated to, which is Capri Arc folder, but I'm going to make a new folder called grid. So this is a good place to put, other bathymetry grids, but this is our first one, so I'm just going to make it. So I'm just going to call it Capri 25 meter GRD for grid. So, oops, sorry, I'm not going to do that. That's exactly what I was trying to teach you not to do. So we just need to go and select grids, and then go add. And then you'll notice here that it's got your folder is the grids folder, and then here I've got the name, which is where I need to enter the name. So the name you'll see has got an IMG extension on it, which relates to this Erdas Imagine image file. So we want to change that to grid. You notice as soon as I do that, it takes away the file extension, and if there's no file extension generally on any raster grids you create, it will just automatically assume it's an ArcGIS raster grid. We're going to change the name, so I just deleted that, and just going to call it Capri 25 meter grid, like I was trying to do before. So you can see that there's no file name, so it will assume it's a grid. The format is in grid. We've checked all these and they're fine, so we just press save, and this will export the grid into a new grid that we can then use to make contours. So you do want to add this exported data onto your map as a layer. If not, you have to find it by going to add data. So you can see here that the high is exactly the same, 3.12, the low is exactly the same, -5197. I right click on it and go to properties, and if you remember that, just check the cell size is exactly the same, because we do want everything to be exactly the same. Grids, continuous and floating point is the same, and all these, it's the same coordinate system, so that's all fine. It's just a new grid, so we can just cancel out of that. And then if I'll go to contours through favorites, so you know where to look. So you can either use 3D Analyst, raster surface and contour, or you can use spatial analyst, surface, and then contour. Double click on contour, and then you input the raster. So this is one we were using before, and this is a new grid, Capri 25 meter grid.